Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Frozen Frontier. Sorry about that. Internet hiccups. You know, the internet is the vehicle. No, technology is the vehicle of esports, and I gotta ask Jeff what his speech is on that one.
There's something about tubes.
There's tubes, tasteless. Yeah, we got to go talk to Nick about that. Figure out how that really works.
I just figured it was nom sharks. They followed your scent.
Oh, I figured you were just being throttled by Comcast.
No, I think it's the Vietnam Sharks have come to Boulder, Colorado, and now live in the snow. Have you guys ever seen Snow Sharks? Yeah. It's a Netflix movie. No, it's called Avalanche Sharks.
I haven't seen this.
As long as we're talking about land-based sharks.
Take a gander.
No, it's a terror horror monster movie about a bunch of like people skiing on the slopes when like sharks come out of the snow and attack all the skiers on the mountainside. It's really...
Speaking of land sharks, you know how the Boule is basically a land shark, right?
Yeah.
There's apparently a D&D 5e adventure called Boule Storm, and I've not read it, but I want to read it so bad because it sounds like the funniest thing ever.
That sounds amazing. Anyway, let's hop back into combat. Ferris had just attacked, right?
Yeah, I got a 16 on the offhand. I don't know if that hit, but if it did, he took 1 damage.
16 will hit.
Okay.
Just need to bring our combat music back. Oh no, you're attacking this person. 16 is a miss.
Okay.
Cool. Let's actually show you guys this. 16 is a miss, 0 damage. Yaramir's up.
Okay, so I pull out. I make a big show of this, right? I make a big display of pulling out this scalp that I unfurl and has all these designs on it, and I try to make sure that it is a properly terrifying display as I chant and turn this scroll into energy, and then I fire it at the leader of the purple group, and I hit him with a magic missile for 10 damage.
That is enough to bring him down, and down it goes. I'm just gonna remove him from the map so it's not so cluttered. Okay, next up is the purple group, and let's see. They will go here and then like roughly to here. I'm gonna adjust their positions a little bit. I want to make sure it's just within range. You'll go here. They do spot you now, Grimes, as you're getting up out of the snow. There's like little bits of snow falling off of your pants, which draws their attention. They cannot move and attack in the same round, though. It's too far. It's heavy stuff.
Where did these guys come from? They just ran up from the boats.
Yeah. Their fear effect wore off, and so they
came back.
They came back. Yes, these are very good observations.
I still don't have an accurate mental picture of what this is.
It's an army, man. That's trained soldiers.
Wearing chainmail and single-handedly wielding sabers, the whole lot of them. The chainmail's underneath their coats, though.
Restraining dragon-worshipping scumbags.
The next group goes at 8, which is before anybody else, and that is red team, which there are only 2, and red team is turning around on their boats and beginning to row back. Green team goes at 13, so Grimes is next. These guys have spotted you now.
Yep.
Grimes, why do you have fear on your face?
That's my ninja. That's my. I'm ethereal.
Can I talk even though my initiative is late?
All right, that's a miss,
no
and I actually
longer
don't
than
have back
60
attack here.
seconds.
I turn and shout to that one soldier on 1 HP out in the middle there and say, "Go and get the other man quickly."
Yeah, what? Have you been moving the other soldiers?
The other soldiers have not reinforced your position.
So I tell her to go and get the other man like ASAP.
I should readjust their position now that you're looking back at the wall so you can see what's up, but yeah.
So I square off with these soldiers. I can't get an edge in, but I will try to like communicate with them. Are they mailed faces or
no?
Their faces are unarmored.
Their faces are unarmored. Well,
no helms or anything.
Yeah, no helms.
I feel like I would have noticed a helm. Okay.
No helms.
So okay, who are you? And look like this is a human?
These are human.
Burly humans?
Combination
with, like,
human, male, female. with fairly hardened looks on their faces. They have that sort of like, they have that warrior 1,000-yard stare in their eyes and their gritted
Does
teeth.
this whole squad here have a similar complexion? They're clearly not elven or...
No, not elven. As I was saying earlier...
Are they all blonde?
The people
brunettes,
of Arcadia
redheads?
generally all have that same sort of Mediterranean skin tones. With there are some areas that are maybe a little bit darker or a little bit lighter, but those differences are really easy to overcome. Like a farmhand from a lighter area is going to be darker skinned than a noble from a darker area, right? So it's very difficult to judge someone's country of origin based solely on their phonetics.
What about, is there no like distinguishing between like hair color or eye color or none of those things?
No. Again, the area, the whole of Arcadia is roughly the size of Germany. So there's not a lot of difference in that. And it's an island country, and there's a lot of interbreeding and shit.
But nobody leaves their villages, Neal. I know, because they'd all die on the road with how fucking terrible Arcadia is.
Do they respond to me?
No, actually, they don't.
Can I communicate with them in their native tongue?
What's their native tongue?
I don't know.
He has a magic ring.
Mistran?
So you say something at them, and they have not yet replied to you. As frustrating as that might be. So then basically everybody else goes before William.
Yeah. Can I listen to that? They don't speak a word to each other. They don't curse under their breath.
The ones fighting you here haven't, and I think these people down here, you probably can't hear specific anything from them due to the combat going around you. Next up would be Orange Team. They are rowing back, except for this one orange person who is gonna slip over here and come right up behind William and give him a good 1-2 in the, well, 1 in the back, which is 19-20 to hit you, William.
Oh, I thought you were saying a good old 1 in the back as in a 1 on the attack roll.
No, like a stabby. You take 9, William.
Jesus.
That's Orange Team. Blue Team is up next. 1 against William is a 5, and 1 against Hughes is a 14. Those are both misses. These 3 blue team members didn't even get on a ship, so they can come and rejoin the fray. Yeah, so they're gonna come here, and then over, and over, and over. No attacks because they spend so much of their movement doing this. And last but not least is Green Team, who is rowing back, except for this one person who is going to take a disengage and back to here. And then over towards here. And then
back into threat of whoever that guy is.
This person is actually churning and fleeing up this way, so they don't even give a shit.
Okay.
So they go 90. This person should have actually been 90 last round, but they were out of sight, so I forgot to move them. This one will... What's she gonna do? You know what? She's gonna go after this weakened guy on the side as he tries to back out. She'll jump after him and miss him. This one is getting surrounded and will make a defensive withdrawal.
Hold your ground, fool!
Back towards Yaromir, leaving Grimes sort of alone.
You're fine.
Then Hughes will take her attacks.
Don't you have D8 HP now?
Yeah, I'm
19 is a hit.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine. Don't
that
worry
one
about
will drop.
Don't even worry
And
about
last but not least is Kel William Marshall's turn.
All right, I with my left arm smash this guy in the face with my shield to my left.
Okay.
He just stabbed me in the back.
Swing to the side.
22.
Oh, clear by 12.
Okay,
So-
so 3d4. Yeah,
Double
there's a
crit.
20.
Yeah, double crit, not triple crit. Clear
No,
by
triple
12.
damage.
Oh, triple damage. Yes, yes.
Yeah. I go by damage.
That's a better way.
13.
You break the face of this person. Their nose cracks, blood pours down, and they fall backwards in the snow.
All right,
You
and
got
then
Baka.
I stab the guy fighting both me and Faris. 18
18's a hit.
or 10.
10 will not bring him down.
Okay,
Right.
so both William and I get second attacks. Here
All
at
right,
the end.
so I'll hit this guy again.
Okay.
20.
That'll do it.
Another 8.
Oh, that's just enough.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Drops
swing
to
at this
the
blue
ground.
guy who's actually. So I'm engaged, right? But I'm okay to like move as long as I don't break engage. So I could like step here, right? And I'd still be engaged to all these. Like this was the only guy engaged with me, and I'd still
That's
be in his.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna use my second attack on this guy right here, then the leader.
Okay.
It's a flanking attack, so +9, 13 to hit is probably not gonna do it, even with magic bonus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My main hand rolls are not too good today.
Not today. Hughes gets her second attack. Slashed at the person before her with a natural 19 modified 24.
Nice.
Clears by 8. So 2d8 plus 3 for damage. I should just have someone else roll these, but too late. 9 and 3 is 12. And this person has 15 HP. Oh, no, that's the wrong person. You have way more than 15 HP. My mistake.
Can you put the HP bar up? Now that he's taking
Yeah, I'm
damage?
putting it up now. Just... Okay, so that's everybody's second attack. That's the end of the round.
Yep.
So
Roll
new
initiative.
Ugh.
Ooh. Not so good.
Oh well. At least Yarmil will go first.
Yeah, Yarmir, you do go before anybody else.
I kind of have taken in this battle, and I decide that I need to try to break their morale. So this one seems like the biggest, strongest one of them all. And I turn around and begin tracing this like tree in the ground, begins sprouting, and then it just kind of crumbles and turns in on itself, and then races out to wrap around his feet. And I try to reduce him by 60% his normal size.
Saving throw versus spell.
Oh, that's
Natural
emasculating.
1. The creature.
Does that double the effects, making him reduced to 100 by 120 full size?
That is terrifying. Purple team and blue team simultaneously. This person is a member of blue team and definitely needs a saving the morale check. Morale check is failed and runs between the legs of pink guy and back out. And I think pink guy will actually prevent the attack of opportunity since he'll
Makes
be,
sense.
You did not do that with when Yarmir ran. Oh, because he's so small, you mean?
he's small, like
Yeah.
he's literally
Okay, that
running
makes
through
more
somebody else's space. So.
He's
Makes
not
sense.
that small. He's half size, right? Or
Six-
60%.
He's 60% smaller than he was.
So
That's
if he
pretty
was
small.
So he's like
5'5",
so he's like 2 feet tall.
I guess he's lost girth too because of that, so I could see him going between.
I
his
guess
legs.
2
As long
feet,
as
you
there's-
could-
Yeah, because
volume
you
will
could like
go
spread
as-
apart in combat, right?
Okay.
'Cause that's better balance.
And he could crouch down, right?
Okay. Could fit between some legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2-2. So
I passed
it's
up on the easy joke. You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. That is that person on blue team. These other ones are just going to begin to surround. Actually, you know what? Yarmir's a nice soft target over here. You'll move there. but
He has
this,
to leave my threat space then, which means I get an attack of opportunity.
this was the guy from back here, though. He never.
Oh, I thought that was the guy. Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I thought that was the
But
guy.
I think there's a. Nope, there's not a person.
There's somebody in like defensive like stance next to me though,
Right,
right?
this person on your right.
Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. There's a person on your left that somehow got moved to the wrong lair. There we go. There she is. She's still alive. She has an attack ready for anyone that comes nearby. Uses it with a natural 20,
Nice.
modified 21, single crit on the soldier next to her.
44 is like an insta kill.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Strong.
Big time dead.
6, 7, 8, 9 damage, dropping this person to their death.
Nice
Nice.
shot.
The other 2 blue members rain hell down on Ferris.
Okay.
No, they don't.
So when I'm parrying with Nighthawk, is it like a lesser screech, like gah, gah, when it does the parries? Like
I think it's the
when I
opposite of a swing, right?
it's a
Instead of
parry,
caw, it goes warp.
I could just leave that up for the whole combat, but we should.
Do it.
Yeah, that's great.
Alright, we will leave it up. Oh wait, it didn't start. Have this going in the background. This is what it's like to fight with Ferris, guys. Orange team is next. They have finally made it back to the shore. How long are these walls of gloom up?
I will check for you. They are up for 2d4 rounds plus 1 per level.
Alright, so they're
that's-
still up then.
Yeah. Stop it, Neal.
Well, hey man, tell
Viewers
Ferris
already.
to stop using his sword.
Neal, you've lost 50 viewers already.
Don't
So
care.
did only green
Worth
team
it.
and red team go in the boats?
Yeah, because they were the closest ones to it.
There were 3 boats, so
Orange were in boats as well, but they've only just got back to shore.
Oh, right, they just got back to shore, so they shouldn't actually be able to close all the way. They're about here. Tell Ferris to stop using a sword, guys, if you don't want to hear it.
He only gets 2 attacks around and
Parries. You know,
several
every time
attacks
you...
of opportunity.
Yeah, because it's swinging around, blocking things.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
god.
Here's the thing, I'm not bothered by background noise, so this is a punishment for everyone else.
That's fine with me. Pink team's already gone. Red team goes at 8. Green team goes at 9. And your allies go after that. So red team gets to shore and starts moving back up again.
Can I mute Neal?
You can leave the Discord audio if you don't want to hear it. Marshall, you go at the same time as green team.
Sorry, viewers.
All right, we'll stop.
I can't endure it with you.
But
Yeah.
every now and then, I will just play it like that, just so we can appreciate the horror of Ferris's new weapon.
That's fair enough.
All right.
So
This was made by like an 8-year-old child specifically to annoy his parents.
is it my go?
Yeah, it's your turn, buddy.
All right, so I'm gonna move to here, and then leaping charge these 3.
All right. You hop into the fray.
So shield bash against the first guy. 24.
Oh my god, that is like your 4th 20 this battle.
Yeah. Is that clear by
Clears by
15?
9.
There have been a lot of 20s in general on both sides.
Yeah.
It's by 9, man. Wow.
It's like the exact opposite of the Null battle where there were like no 20s anywhere.
9.
That'll bring one down.
Then D20 plus 10. Oh no, D20 plus, yeah, it's -2 and then +2 for charging. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh,
12.
swing and a miss.
Plus magic bonus? Probably not enough.
Nope. Nope. That's you at 9, which was the same as red and green team. Your allies finally get to go at 12, which is the same time as Grimes.
Nice.
Whoa. How'd William get over here?
He jumped.
he's turned into an anime character. Full on.
Woohoo! Just triple jump in. Just shield first as well, just smashing into somebody's face.
Yeah. You say it was my turn?
Yes, it is.
18 with my magic dagger
That will hit.
for 4 plus magic damage. And then 19 with the regular dagger for
drop
3
one.
points of damage.
That will not drop another.
What do you want? Can I
They are not talking to you in the middle of their combat invasion.
You mean their suicide?
Little bit
Neal,
of
do
both.
I
Suicide
know
charge?
the Restraining king? Do I know his name?
I don't feel like you're someone who, from all of your flashbacks, you've been much more about like strength and combat and fighting, and not so much about like knowing the world and the history. You know,
Do you
are
have heraldry?
Can-
Wait, does he
Hang
have
on, hang on,
heraldry?
hang on. I do have heraldry, yes.
I feel
Give
like
me a
that's something he
heraldry
would.
check.
Okay, yeah. I
So
will.
I just dropped this guy. Can I like roll open his, like
22.
have his cloak or kick his cloak open as he falls, as the body
Sure.
falls, and see for any sigils? Maybe William notices a sigil if that's what the successful heralding check.
There,
indicate.
there are no tabards. There are no signs of heraldry on them whatsoever. They are in like very plain
Well,
clothes.
hold on, but there's a Drekian flag flying above their ship, right?
Yes, there
But their
is.
uniforms are not Drekian.
They're not even wearing uniforms.
They're
They're
not even-
dressed sort of mismatched civilian clothes with armor on top of it, and then cloaks over the armor to hide it. Yeah.
But do I know the king's name that I passed my check?
Yes, you do.
So I there's like two of them facing off me. I take a step back, shield and sword out. What's his name, this king?
I have never figured
Isn't
that
it
out.
the dragon is the king of Stray, isn't it?
Okay, well I
no,
say
no, the dragon's just the oppressor of the kingdom.
Oh.
That
I
taxes
say
them.
that I hope that your king, insert name, paid
George.
you well to die. I hope that your King George paid you well to die. Restrained scum.
Wonderful.
And then he's
Is
going.
Mistrayan a separate language?
No.
Mistrayan is not.
There are yes. So there is the common language, which is Eridonian, and then each country has their own separate language as well.
You said it
All-
seemed like mismatched clothing underneath the armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're probably mercenaries.
Can I speak to them in Mistrayan?
Your ring doesn't
you-
allow you to like speak specific languages. It's not like activate Greek. I'm speaking Greek. It's more of like comprehending what you hear. And have you watched Doctor Who? It's like the language
universal
filter on the TARDIS. You like show
Although I
up
love
and
the
you
idea
speak.
of rings that activate with specific languages. We could all have different ones and be like Greek, Spanish, English. With our powers
so he
combined,
could
we are
choose-
Captain Lingua.
But so like he could say, I want to talk to them in their native language because the ring kind of like connects to them that way, right?
Right, you just kind of talk and it just kind of works, right? It's not so much like a controllable, pickable thingamajobber.
So he could like say, I want to speak in their native language, and it could just be common.
You speak in, I mean, you don't know how it works. It's magic, and Grimes is, an illiterate guy from a poor town who worked as a chimney sweep and, fell in love with a girl who then was murdered by his friend, and, he doesn't know anything about magic. He's also muted. Oh,
That was a really
quite-
good flashback, by the way.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Enjoyed it.
Quite the tale.
If you haven't seen Grimes' flashbacks, you should. In fact, they're all good flashbacks. But you should watch Grimes's. He falls in love and gets his heart broken. It's beautiful. Hughes misses her attack.
Marvelous.
All right, so
and
is
this
it Ferris?
person runs back up here. This one runs back up here. And we're not dealing with them anymore. And it's finally Ferris's turn at the
All
very
right,
end.
main
round.
hand on right guy, off hand on left guy. Main hand is probably a miss,
Yep.
and then the off hand is definitely a hit. That's
Clears
a
by
crit.
13.
Your offhand's been doing
No,
the damage here.
Clears by 8. Single hit.
Oh, so 6 damage then.
Did purple team already action?
Yes, everyone is action. Oh, no. I forgot purple team. Thank you. Somehow their die was missing.
Just have him go last.
No, purple team moved. They were
went
very
with,
first.
They should have gone with blue team. But I
Yeah,
don't
they
know that
moved
any
into
rolls were made.
position but couldn't
Yeah,
fight
and
this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do 6 damage.
Yeah.
You drop 1.
Okay.
And we go to next round initiative.
There we go.
That was a subtle one, Greg.
I tried. That was me trying. That was effort. I put real effort, like to be covert, and then I punched my microphone, which was not covert, and now my finger hurts.
Oh.
Ow. I think I
don't know why it's so
grated my
funny, but
Were you trying to mute? Were you trying to
There's
mute?
like Flakes O'Greg in there.
All right, Yarmir, you go first, man.
Oh, Yarmir stubs his finger and it hurts, but he manages to whip out another scroll, and he makes
Wait, does stubbing his finger interrupt his spell casting?
No, it doesn't do damage. He swears in Old Common and like sings it out, and he gets the scroll going again, making a big show of it, and I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna make sure that the guy can see me, right? So whoever has line of sight, like this guy right here has about line of sight on me. I'm gonna bust him up with another magic missile scroll. Pew pew.
Ooh, yeah, pew pew indeed. Red team member drops to the ground, dead as a doornail. Next would be 6 initiative, not actually quite Grimes. And green, red, and orange teams all go at 6.
So did they roll +3? Which would mean they can't make attacks this round? Yeah.
No, they roll at +5.
Oh, so they all rolled 1.
They all rolled 1s, yes.
Wow.
Some luck.
This
Yeah.
one's got his shit together and is actually going to charge downhill at this soldier.
They have a spear, so if they have a ready to attack, they would get
Did
double.
not have a ready to attack, unfortunately. 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, high ground is 20. Definitely a hit. Does not clear by 10. Hits soldier for 7 points of damage. Soldier has less life, and she drops to the ground in a bloody heap.
It's a first casualty.
Yep.
This one will move here.
Yarmir, you can save her.
This
No,
one
she's an
will move
NPC, she's dead.
here. This one will move here.
Player
and
characters get -10.
They will all attack her.
Didn't
shout.
that girl have a ready to attack?
No, last round she withdrew because she was surrounded. She didn't get a chance to ready anything, unfortunately. One of them will crit her for...
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh, 16 damage. She goes down.
Should have held your ground with me.
The other attacks all miss. That is green team and orange team. No, orange team and red team still have to go. So red will go here, here, and sneak up here.
So he's just like weaving through this wall of gloom to charge against these terrifying heroes.
What? Well, we'll ask you after this.
Yeah.
We will have a whole. Yeah. Yes. That is what's going on. None of them can get attacks because they take so much movement. Next is purple at 7 with Grimes and Ferris.
Okay, so Ferris is gonna take he's not disengaging, so this blue guy will get an attack of opportunity on him.
Take it with a 4 to hit.
No, he misses. And then Ferris is gonna circle around to here and get right behind these two guys. And they can turn around to face him if he wants, because they don't have anyone they're engaged to. So I guess it's not back attack.
One will stay facing on Grimes, the other will
Okay,
face you.
so main hand going toward the guy facing me, offhand going toward the other guy. So main hand attack is an 18. And then the
Yeah.
offhand attack is +2, so that's +7 is a 22. Both hits?
Both hits.
All right, so DA +3 for the right guy is 11 damage plus magic.
Nice.
And then D6 for the other guy is a 5.
All right. You drop the one with the magic, and don't drop the other.
Okay, and Yarmir's out of range of him, right? He looks a little bit far.
No, he's out of range for. I don't know. Let's see.
The goal was to, like,
Ranges
lock
are
him down.
relative when it comes to hitting PCs.
I was the
Yarmir's
goal-
within the 5-foot range of this person's attack. So
Okay, the goal was to lock him down, but oh well.
Okay. Well, I stab at the wounded purple dude. The
who is stabbing
magic
right
dagger.
back at you but misses.
But does my superior? They tied with me. They got a 7.
Yeah, you both tied.
Does a faster weapon speed not break that tie? Whatever. 4 plus magic.
Drops to the ground. The other two purples, which are going at the same time, attack William and both miss.
Oh, I miss
your
with my
attack
offhand. And did this guy notice me obscured behind the wall of gloom? Like, is he threatening my square?
Yes.
The orange guy?
Yes.
All right, then I guess I'm
He
facing
sees
him
his
now.
purple friends fighting something and, crystallizes on this semi-transparent creature.
Sure. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. The next one of them goes at 11. And your allies go at 9. Your spears people go at 9. You have one spearwoman left over here who will change sides, circling around Yaramir, and step into this spot, attacking the northernmost person with another natural 20. Dear God.
Jexel has ordained that we shall find a way through this.
Yep.
9 points of damage, dropping the green boy.
Nice.
The
Green
other
boy's a dead boy.
spearmen slip up here, and Hughes goes at 15.
I go before that.
Right, 11 goes before. Pink team goes before that as well. So pink soldier, only one will attack Hughes. Miss. Yep. And blue goes at 14, which ties with William.
You do. Do blue first. It's fine.
This blue is going to come over here towards Yaramir, actually. And, 4 against Yaramir is a miss. Oh, and mini blue person
It's running away, right?
fucking takes off. I'm going to
Really
say
slowly.
half size equals half movement. Makes sense?
I would say that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Done.
That is the dwarven logic.
Yep.
All right. Shield bash on the guy, on my left arm. The purple guy above me. Miss. And then, so the guy to my right, I'll use my sword. 22.
It
14.
goes down.
Okay, and we should both have second attacks this round.
Yeah.
Is this the end of the round?
Yes.
All right.
Hughes
so
gets
back
a second
attack.
attack this round as well. Misses.
Okay. So back attack on this guy right here is a 28. Is that a 4 times damage? Or 3 times?
You clear by 13, so 3
So
times.
3 times. So 3d8 plus 3. He takes 20 points of damage.
Oh.
Nice.
I think that's the name of our episode when it goes up on YouTube. It's just going to be.
All right. He's dead. The purple guy who I missed with the shield. 22. 7.
Down.
All right, and I turn to, face these guys. But delete that purple guy if he's dead.
Yeah. I'm just trying to bring the correct living
Okay.
person back to the.
This guy's alive, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It ain't looking good for your the invaders here.
No.
One of the enemies gets a second attack against Hughes and misses. Just gonna move all of these dead people over here because they're in my way. Excellent. Okay, next round initiative. Looks like things are wrapping up for the baddies.
Shit.
I love how you said that literally like 4 rounds ago when they were still 2-1.
I really thought it was over at that
winding
point.
down an hour and a half ago.
If they were sensible, they would have just gone back to their boats and fled with their lives. But
Yep.
That's a very valid point. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? And yet here they are. Anyway, facing certain death, and
just
yet they continue.
throwing their lives onto the XP farm.
Maybe they were being influenced by some monster or something, aren't they? The dragon?
Do they look like sane men? Neal?
They look like
have-
horrified, terrified men who are gritting their teeth and pushing through no matter what.
They don't have like a bloodlust in their eyes. They
No,
just
there's not a bloodlust. There is a determination in their eyes.
Well,
Very different than bloodlust. Yarmir, you go.
I take out another scroll and I'm gonna blast this dude right in front of me. For 11.
Yeah, there he goes.
And then I'm gonna get behind Ferris.
man, these infinite magic missile scrolls sure make you powerful.
Well, they're not infinite. I'm running out. You guys aren't killing them fast enough.
It's okay. You have 2 months to replenish, and now you have some human scalps you can use.
All right, Grimes, you go at the same time as blue and purple team. There's only okay. Blue team continues to flee.
Why are you charging to your deaths? Oh, I miss.
You miss, and there's no purple team left.
I think Grimes is having second thoughts
Why?
about this whole ordeal. I've never had to fight men like this before.
Marshall.
I don't. Yeah.
All right, shield bash on the red guy. 19.
Hit.
For 6.
Alive.
And then I will sword his friend. Well, yeah, I'll sword his mate. 14. Plus magic bonus, maybe?
That'll hit.
8 plus magic.
That'll kill.
Okay.
The spear woman will hop to attack the one behind Grimes with the back attack, which is a miss. And the others are doing nothing. Hughes gets to go. She'll just make her regular attack here. Natural 1. Next enemy goes at 12.
Is that green?
It is red and green together at 12. So green, Ferris, Yaramir combination, certain death.
Yeah, I feel like Ferris is kind of like blocking the path to Yaramir as well. Like he's trying to cover him.
Green guy will go around towards Marshall and grab him from behind with the high ground advantage as well.
God, this could put me down.
Natural 17, modified 21
Hits.
for 5 points of damage. 4 points of damage. They do not have +1 to damage. 4 points of damage.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Just don't get hit by red, and you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Red gets to go.
Can I like taunt him from behind? I mean, I've been trying to communicate with these guys the whole fight. Do they seem like they don't understand, or did they?
No, they definitely look like they understand you because.
So I mean, I made a stab at this. I guess William probably hit him more recently.
Right, so you
But
guys
I-
have been fighting and you're
I'm like,
taunting
why
Red
are
Guy.
you charging to your death?
And you'll see Red Guy like glance at you with his eyes momentarily, but stays focused on his objective. With a natural 19 to hit William, modified 20.
Hits.
Not a crit though.
No.
4 points of damage to William.
Still up?
That is red
You're
and
fine.
green teams. Orange goes at 13. Pink goes at 12.
Still up for now.
Okay. They will both attack Hughes. Although one will circle around to her back. So they pincer her. Nope. Nope.
Neal, can
19
you-
and 12 both miss.
Neal, can you highlight my 5-foot range for me?
I can.
That circle. I feel like we should all have that, honestly. It'd be
Yes.
kind of useful.
I do like that. It just got really complicated in yesterday's Heroes Graveyard. There were so many people. It
Yeah,
got
I don't need it
messy.
for all the enemies, but I want to be able to see it from me. And in the smaller combats for the enemies too. But
You can always put like a 5-foot aura on your.
That's what I'm trying to do, but it is
Yeah.
lagging.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Ferris, you can put your own on.
well,
Yeah,
let me know
I'll put
because
mine
I'm gonna be. Here we go. So let me check something really.
You go to the settings on your.
Yeah, totally. I can get within 2 of them. So from right here, Ferris is gonna charge.
This guy misses
It's
Grimes.
Have they all
so-
gone?
Yes, they've all gone.
Okay, so Ferris is gonna charge, go up here, and then circle down toward this and get right up next to Hughes and attack both these guys. One
Okay.
attack each. And I believe this is flanking on both of them.
You're actually in front of both of them. It's flanking on
Okay,
neither.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So it's +2 to hit for charge. Okay, so I have D20
You have to go
plus.
30 feet in a straight line to charge. You would.
Okay, so I go 30
30
feet and then circle down.
Yeah,
Or I
so
go
it's
up
fine.
and then charge down 30 feet. It should be fine because I get the bonus movement.
But you can't move 30 feet in a straight line and charge in this situation.
He moved 30 feet up the hill, and then he turns
And then I can
around and
charge
runs
down,
30
yeah.
feet back down
Right?
the hill.
But that's 60 feet. You only have 90 feet of movement, and you can only make a half.
No, but
move
you get a
to make
50% movement bonus with the charge. And I have 120 feet of movement.
Right. Okay, but then you need to make a con check if you're charging through the snow.
Let me see what my
forgot
con is before I make that choice. Totally fine. I'll do it. Why not? We'll take the chance. That is a pass.
All right, done.
Nice.
You're good.
Okay. So Ferris gets D20 plus 10. He's going main hand on. This guy looks like leadership, right?
Yep.
Okay, main hand on him, so D20 plus 10. It's a 23.
Hit.
Offhand on the other guy is a plus 7. It's a 14.
Miss.
Okay. So D8 plus 3, and then magic bonus to that.
That'll bring the leader down. Sorry. And the other one was a miss. And nobody gets second attacks this round.
No.
And that's everybody's attack. So at the end of that round, we are looking at 4 enemies standing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Initiative.
Initiative.
What a bloodbath.
Yep. All right.
Yarmir, buddy. Always first.
All right. I begin tracing a different spell on my body, and as I complete it, feathers sprout from my hands and wings, and I jump as far as I can. And I glide uphill until I land, and then I go caca.
What?
I was never going to get to use that spell in any other circumstance, so we finally used Murdoch's Feathery Flyer.
Woo!
You could have.
band, you'd get experience.
Never mind. Let's do it. Who's next?
Ooh, I forgot to roll initiative for your party members. Their first 2 groups go at 9. So
All right,
Marshall's before.
First. Okay. Shield bash the red guy again in the face.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Hit.
6.
Goes down silently.
And then turn and face.
William, restrain one. Take a prisoner.
All right. Well, there's the one fighting Grimes that can be taken prisoner. Well, actually, I hesitate for a second and shout surrender to this person before, as I draw my sword back. I don't give them long to react, so.
Then make your attack.
Oh, it's a 1.
All right, Green
The dice
goes
want you to take him prisoner.
at 9 at the same time as Grimes, and will slash
Hold on. Which one?
Green next to Marshall.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, attacks Marshall and misses.
Whew. I haven't got that much HP left.
Grimes.
There's only a couple guys left, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to disarm this orange guy that I'm engaged with.
Ooh, make an attack against him.
So I'm against AC 0, which basically means I need to get a 20. But I got 2 temps. Ooh, that's plus magic, but don't matter. Don't matter. No. So I try to knock his weapon out of his hand.
Doesn't work.
Don't forget the big leader's still alive. He ran away. He's mini, isn't he? We can catch him.
Yeah.
I forgot about him. He does move another.
This is the
45
part
feet
where
this
you put your weapons down and we spare you.
turn. Right. All right. This person is off the map, running miniaturized through the snow. Having quite a bit of difficulty running through the snow when it's only 2
Then
feet
he's another
high.
45 feet.
Is the snowdrift as big as him? Does he just
Yeah.
get stuck at some point?
Yeah, but the volume goes down squared compared to the surface area. So actually, the smaller he is, the easier it is to move on the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yaramir, maybe you can like fly above the snow and keep track of him.
I can't actually fly. I can only glide.
All right.
Gliding uphill is not a very effective technique.
So he was that distance and he went another 45 feet, you said?
Yeah, he might be able to move a little bit faster since he is smaller actually on the snow. But it's a tiny person running through the snow somewhere else while you're in the middle of battle. So I don't think any of
He
you
is
see
technically
him.
within range of a charge for me.
Maybe.
And I don't want to hit him, but I do want to tackle him, so I can get into threat range of him.
Pink goes at 11, so Grimes goes first. Grimes already made his attacks and missed. Ferris goes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Do it, Sean. Get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge after that guy. So here's the con check. That is a fail.
You get a few feet up, and then your snowshoes
And
catch
then
in the drift.
Pink guy gets an attack when I run, by the way.
Flop. Yeah. Pink makes an attack of opportunity against you. 21 to hit
That's a hit.
for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then Pink goes ignoring Hughes, giving Hughes an attack of opportunity.
That seems wise.
Hughes will hit for 7 points of damage. He has less life. So he tries to make a desperate last run at Yaramir and dies on the way, leaving a bit of a red streak behind him. And Orange is just going to try and murder Grimes with a 15 to hit.
I think my AC is 16.
Yeah, you have 16.
No good.
Second attack.
Hughes gets to go. The soldiers and Hughes get to go first. This one will hit the guy that she's fighting, which is enough to bring him down, probably. 4 points. Drops this one. Hughes will look around, see one last soldier. She can get basically up to him and make her attack. 20 to hit. 21 to hit for Hughes. She will drop it with 11 damage.
Nice.
Dropping this guy to the ground. Is that it for the enemies?
Yeah, that's it. Apart from the one guy running.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get back up and start chasing after him. I'm not gonna charge this time, but I have double his movement rate, so
Yeah, you should catch him.
I should be able to catch up to him.
All right. Well, he's breaking for the snow. He is less affected by the movement of the snow, but he is a lot smaller. So I think you probably have.
Has he ever run in snow before?
No.
Or is this his first time in
This is his
California?
Yeah,
first
I feel like he shouldn't have a bonus in that
That's true.
case.
That's awkward for him. Yeah. So Ferris, I want you to just give me opposed strength checks to see if you can just outpace him through the snow.
Would he have a penalty on account of being so small in this case?
You do not your strength does not change with the reduce or enlarge spell.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
does
Does it?
Nope, it does not.
Okay. So
Okay.
just opposed strength checks, winner catches or escapes.
Okay. So 14 for me is a 33.
You definitely catch up to that one.
So I catch up to him, and he's tiny, right? Like his weight
He's
class
2
is...
feet tall.
Yeah, I should be able to restrain him no problem in a wrestling engagement.
Yes. You also yes.
And yeah, I'm gonna restrain this guy and like carry him back, like cradled in Ferris's arms, to the group. I disarm him in the process, I suppose.
Yes.
His
I'll
tiny
probably get an
swords.
attack of opportunity on you when you try and
That's
disarm
fine.
him. A natural 20 on
Okay.
his attack of opportunity. Ferris.
So that's normal damage because it doesn't clear by 5, and it's
He has a 60% reduction to
Yeah.
the damage dice on his weapon.
so multiply it by 0.4.
It might be a crit because this guy's the big boss. You might have.
All
If
right,
he
it
rolls
is a
in-
modified 23. Does that clear by 5?
Yes, so he does double damage, but then it's still reduced by 60.
The bonuses to the hit are not affected.
Yes.
Just the dice total for the weapon are reduced by 60%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just multiply by 0.4.
4.8, which we round down to 4.
Okay.
So 6 points of damage to you.
Oh. Okay.
Because plus 2 for specialization.
Sounds fine to me. And he is now disarmed and restrained,
They're
and I carry him back to the group.
specialists.
Yes.
Wow.
So the party slowly gets everything back up to the fort with their
Okay.
one miniaturized captive.
And the ship just like gets away? How
There's
far off
3
was it?
skiffs pulled up to the shore. The ship is hundreds of feet out. And,
Does it sail away or is it still there?
No, you can see the anchor is pulling up and the oars are beginning to
Yeah.
pull through the water.
So the skiffs are just left on the shore. We now have
Totally.
three extra skiffs.
Yes.
Awesome.
And any prisoners? Or
Just the one.
prisoner.
Neal, is this Zaz's ship?
No, it's not Zaz's ship. That was
Does
why
not-
the
that's
people...
why we were called in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we can't. We've got no hope of stopping them, right? How
Shall
far away
we
is this?
field scalp all the enemy combatants?
Yeah, we can get to that later. First, we need to make sure this prisoner is safely restrained.
Yeah, I walk up to meet Faris as he comes over carrying the little guy, and I shout over to Yaramir, like, how long is this gonna last?
A few minutes.
All right, let's take him to the fort. Everyone, are any of the soldiers that were wounded savable?
No, they're NPCs. They die.
All right.
They're all dead.
Gather our dead. Let's go.
You have 2 dead on your side.
Not bad.
Can I search one of the fallen enemies? Do they have
Absolutely.
coin?
No. You start ripping them apart, looking for signs, and they are the barest of bones of supplies. There are no indicators. There are no personal effects.
Are they clean shaven and?
The men? Some of them have a little bit of scruff on them. That seems to be fine.
Okay.
They have
So they're not
valuable
like a
weapons.
military unit, but they do seem to be like.
I mean, they have
Yeah,
as much scruff as any soldier might have if they haven't shaved in a few days. It's not a lot
okay.
of scruff. It's just a little peach fuzz here and there.
All right, whatever. It sounds like there's nothing to find on them.
Yeah, well, we'll have our answers
the
soon
armor
enough.
and weapons would not be beyond picking up. Those are valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gather-
I mean, I'm not taking this to like the town general store to pawn for GP.
So, in total, there are 39 soldiers that popped off of these skiffs.
And we killed that many?
Yes.
Well, some of them escaped.
No, they all rode back.
No, they kept coming back. Wait,
The ones
they
that got
all
on the boats
came back.
rode. Yeah.
They're all
Oh,
dead
okay, yeah,
apart
so
from us,
38 dead.
Right.
Nice, 38 scalps, baby. Let's line them up.
That's,
we're not seriously scalping humans now, are we?
I'm scalping people that came here and
Ferris will
tried to
help
kill
you do
me.
it. So Ferris is going to bring the guy back and like put him into the like responsibility of the soldiers in the keep. They can figure out how to restrain him and everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's going to go down, help Yarmir scalp them because he's the dexterous one with a knife.
Oh my
He knows what to
God.
do.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then he's going to gather some supplies from the fort and grab that leader that he killed next to Hughes and kind of drag him off into the woods. Because I know Ferris is a little concerned about. He knows other people are concerned about his dietary habits. So
His cannibalism. Jesus Christ, Faris. All
Is he
right,
eating people now? Is this okay?
I mean,
I
Ferris
pretend
like
not
walks
to see what's
off.
going on. I get
this-
up to the gate and I say to the captain there that ran off, I say, take some of the men and gather their weapons and armor.
They look to Captain Hughes for instructions because you have no authority over these people. And she gives a nod of agreement.
And I say, stack the bodies and make a pyre.
The
Ignoring
soldiers go off
the-
to gather arms and armor because 38 suits of chainmail, 39 suits of chainmail is a good haul.
All bronze, correct?
Yes, bronze and brass actually, but yeah, same.
Brass?
Brass it corrodes a little bit less.
Isn't it more flimsy though?
Maybe.
Faris, did you hand over the prisoner to one of the...
Yeah, I brought him up into the company.
So are scalps being cut? Is that
I am.
I'm
Yes.
cutting him up for Yarmir.
Well, I'm not there. Right? I walk into the fort with the prisoner.
Yeah, I think I'm quick behind. I'm into the fort as well once I've searched a body.
I tell the men to burn the bodies, so you can
They
stop
can
them.
fight me for them. I will murder them. These
Yeah.
are my resources. These evil men came here, tried to fight me without a word. They can deal with it.
You can burn whatever's left over once we're done.
Let's deal with what's happening in the fort first. Then let's not split our attentions here.
Yeah,
so
sure.
in the fort, Hughes, Marshall, and Grimes all come back. The gates open for you. The other soldiers stand around. Elizabeth comes over to Marshall with a little bit of shame in her eyes for having run away in the middle of battle, and immediately starts helping you take off your armor and tend to your wounds.
I push her away and I say, "Get this man in chains, or get this man binded in a room."
Sit down, she says to you, staring you in the eyes, and shut up. You're hurt.
No, we need to interrogate this guy. I push past
It'll
her.
be fine. Sit the fuck down, William. You're
Fine.
bleeding from every orifice in your body and a bunch of new ones.
I go and sit in my room and bring him in here then.
Elizabeth helps tend to your wounds, but she's not happy with you.
I'll
wanna-
go with the prisoner wherever he's taken. Do they have somewhere to shackle him up?
Not really. There's no quarters for prisoners here, and he's really, really small. And that you can overhear the soldiers saying, like, well, if he grows, and if we bind him and he grows, is he gonna explode? How do we tie someone up who's about to...
Is he conscious?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's not speaking or flailing or resisting?
He's like this tall man. It's he's a 5-year-old child in the hands of grown-ass men. There's nothing that can be done.
Can you speak, half man?
Fuck off, big guy!
Why would he call him big guy?
So he does. I look around. Can the soldiers understand what he's saying, or is he speaking a different language?
You have to ask the soldiers.
Who are you? Why did you come here?
Suck an egg, bitch!
You hear this guy? I looked for one of the soldiers.
The fuck is he saying? Says the other ones.
I guess, do you only just realize when somebody else points it out that he's not speaking your language? Because I guess you would just inherently understand.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. What language is he speaking? I mean, I guess he doesn't
your ring translates automatically.
Yeah.
It's completely independent.
All right,
Give
where
me a
do we
sword,
have?
I'll fight you!
Neal, so I don't speak German, but I can recognize it when I hear it, right? And I you can generally kind of get a feel for it sounds like a language sort of from this region. Do they have an idea of where they're pinning that language
Grimes
to?
has no idea what this person's saying, or
Yeah,
no idea where this person is, but the
right
other
now?
soldiers next to him will
Yeah.
probably be able to identify the language very easily.
Okay,
Right, that's what I was wondering.
Where is this happening?
I think it's happening in the open field, the center of the square, the keep.
Have we restrained him, or is that on me?
No, they're trying to restrain him, but they're worried that when he
God,
unshrinks, he'll die. If you tie him in chains and all of a sudden he grows 60% larger.
I hog tie him with
it'll
rope.
explode him. Are you sure, Grimes? What if his ankles grow?
Yeah.
Are his feet gonna fall off?
Then his feet will fall off. I hear halfling feet fetch 100 GP on the open market.
They look at you with dude, that's dark, man.
I don't
Even
laugh.
for us,
I don't
that's-
laugh.
The
If
miniaturized
possible,
person,
if possible, that was spoken so that this guy might understand, or do it? Would I have to translate that?
No,
Who am I talking to? I don't
Yeah.
even talking to myself.
The
So I guess
little,
we get him tied up, and
Right.
I'll.
little person once again says, "Give me a sword, I'll fight you one-on-one."
That's not going to
sucker!
go so well with your hand tied behind your back, but here, and I kind of sort of jab him with the dagger.
Ow!
Not just a regular dagger. No damage, but now is about the time where you should start talking. Am I speaking a different language? Do the soldiers all of a sudden look at me sideways?
They're standing back and quiet, and then they start talking amongst themselves. It seems like they don't understand you.
Okay. Whatever.
The small person says, "All right, I met your mother. She was a big fat pig, but I fucked her anyway. I'm really disappointed at you, son."
You shrink a man, and all of a sudden he's got the sensibilities of a.
Oh, dear.
In fairness, his brain did shrink.
Is there a captain nearby? Is Captain Hughes nearby? What's
Yeah,
going
Captain
on?
Hughes is coming over towards you, I guess.
Who are these soldiers?
She shrugs. Why don't you ask him? And then she says in common Dracissian, "Who the hell are you?" And the soldier sticks his tongue out. He can't. His hands are bound. He can't give her the finger, but he's trying with his tongue.
Who sent you? Fine. Leave him to the cannibal. What's going on with William? Is there a
William is
steamy bath being drawn in the other room?
definitely not. But let's go back down the hill and see what's happening with Yaromir. Because you go down here, start scalping things. Ferris comes to help you, and then you see Ferris like, ooh, this one, and just like drag a person off into the woods.
Ferris goes back to the forest really fast to grab some of his cooking supplies. Like he grabs his pot and he grabs some wood to make a fire. And then he like comes back with some stuff slung over his back and then drags this guy off into the woods.
Fuck me.
The other soldiers come down and start stripping off armor and weapons and piling them in one spot, while Yaromir is scalping people. And then at one point they come and like start to drag away an unscalped body away from Yaromir, which probably provokes a reaction.
Yeah, they, basically before they even get a chance to take away like any of the bodies, I can tell them, take armor. You can take bodies I am done with, but leave them for me first. Afterwards, what you do with them is your business and the captain's. Unless, of course, you would like to volunteer to become the replacements for my ministrations.
They say nothing, they do not look at you, they do not make eye contact, and they just like gather the other bodies, giving you as wide of a berth as reasonably possible.
Man, there's some crazy bastards on my team. Farish dragging people off into the woods to butcher them up, and Yaromir's cutting off their scalps.
We cut to Ferris on the woods. He's like sifting through this pot, and he's got all these herbs and spices that Yaromir gave him to try out in his cooking, and he's kind of picking and choosing which ones he wants to use.
Wow. All right. So
is ritualistic cannibalism against Twitch's terms of service?
Only if it's real.
It's not ritualistic.
It's real. So I want to go visit the guy when my wounds are bound. Which I assume doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
So I go over and I will go into the room if Grimes is still there. Is this guy still small?
What's the duration on enlarge?
I imagine it's probably like
an hour. I think it's. No,
Yeah,
I think it's
while.
10. It's a long time.
I'll take a look.
It's 7. Okay.
It's on this list somewhere.
5 rounds per level. So 5 times 6 is 35. 30.
5 times 6 is 30.
30. So half an hour.
Yeah.
How long does it take to bind my wounds? Probably about half an hour.
I mean, you've got a lot of wounds on you, so not quite that long. By the time you're done and step back out, the person's still miniaturized and has stopped talking.
But don't forget, he was miniaturized during the battle.
That's true.
So he's hog tied out here in the square.
Not
So
quite
are you just gonna
enlarged
like
yet.
wait for his arms to pop off?
I mean, I wait for him to grow up before I.
Or actually, wait, Neal, we did set a precedent with this before when we were shrinking that door frame, remember? And like it only shrunk partially or only regrew partially because if it went too much, it would kind of be like too much pressure.
Right.
So he probably only like partially regrow and then like it's extremely painful. But I don't think his arms would like immediately explode or anything.
That doesn't make sense. Like, if you got a bracelet on someone, you could stop them from ever recovering from a reduced spell.
Well, no, I feel like it probably puts a lot of pressure on his arms, and if you don't take the binds off reasonably quickly, he'll probably like his arms will lose all circulation and fall off.
Well,
I've given the ropes a saving throw versus crushing blow, and they have failed. So the ropes actually burst around his hands and ankle.
So does that do
wrists and
like
ankles.
Does that do like extreme damage to him?
No.
So anyway,
Part of the magical effect, no damage.
as he grows, is he in a room or is he in the middle of the square?
Middle in the square, surrounded by soldiers, stripped of his arms and armor.
So I say to him, "You better start talking. I got a cannibal out there, and a wizard who will send your soul to rest with Malchus."
The soldier turns back to Grimes and says, "Tell this oversized, aged fat fuck that whatever he wants, he can go find it in the afterlife."
He doesn't seem
Nick, you
inclined to
recognize
talk.
this guy as speaking a Cuban right away.
A Cuban. A Cuba. What the fuck are a Cuba doing here? And
Does
I
he
say
speak?
that-
He speaks a Cuban.
yes.
Are you a Cuban mercenaries?
The other
What?
soldiers
I asked
standing
him.
around you exchange glances like,
How do
Grimes has
you?
been speaking to him? How does he not know this already?
Are you a Cuban mercenaries? Who's paying you?
Silence.
Fine.
What do you want?
Silence.
Grimes, what did he say to me? I take a step forward.
He certainly was no ruder than you were, Captain.
Punch him in the face.
Oh,
Oh god.
yeah.
Roll me
Breaks his
damage.
jaw.
I think it's what, D2 for a fist, and you clear by.
D3 because it's gauntleted.
All right, you clear by 20.
So D3 or D2?
D3.
Is that 5 times damage?
No,
Yeah.
it's 4 is max.
4
Yeah.
times damage.
Wait, are
okay.
gauntlets D3? Really? I thought they might be D4. No, cestises are D4, right?
Maybe,
Gauntlets are
something
probably
like
I
that.
think that's correct. That sounds right to me because a
Yeah.
cestus is pointed, so it has the same damage as a
Yeah,
dash.
I don't know if it's right, but it sounds reasonable.
D3 sounds reasonable. What did you roll for damage?
10.
Breaks this guy's jaw.
Yes.
If he looks half dead, I say to Elizabeth, keep him alive. And I walk off.
Shit.
Captain Hughes puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Easy, William. Easy."
Is he still alive?
Unconscious but alive.
Yeah, alright.
Easy, buddy. He's got nobody coming for him. There's no pressure to figure this out right now. I think
Yeah, you're
maybe a few days of being strapped to a tree in the freezing cold in his underwear might convince him to speak.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm going to sharpen my swords and get on
Captain,
my
you
armor.
seem awfully calm considering what just happened. There's a Kuban soldiers.
How did
Oh,
you
these-
know he
Laid
was
siege
speaking
to
a
our-
Kuban,
to our-
Grimes?
Yeah.
Because I speak fluent Kuban.
That's not how languages work.
But you didn't know he was a Kuban until I said he was a Kuban. You asked me if
What?
he was speaking a Kuban.
Are we at war, captains? Why are
Yeah,
there?
but not with a Kuba. Answer the question, Grimes. How do you know how did you not know he was speaking a Kuban if you yourself speak it?
Then I guess I must speak a Kuban.
There's a look
I-
of uncomfortable glances that pass around between a lot of people, but they seem content to ignore it and deal with the problem at hand, and
Like
drag
the-
the unconscious person into one of the rooms with soldiers in it, and used fresh rope to tie him up.
Yeah. I need to write. Oh, Hughes, you should write a letter to the princess.
Really? Do you think that's a wise idea, William? I was thinking about not reporting this incident whatsoever and just leaving it be.
I just like wave my hand and turn around, shaking my head. And Grimes, can I have a word? And I walk into a room.
All right, before we get to your conversation, Ferris, you have a pot, you have
Yes.
logs, you have fire-making tools, and you have a human.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Oh, I'm trying to decide if he just wants to go for like a normal steak or if he wants to stew this. He brought some stuff from the fort. He'll make a proper stew. He'll add some vegetables. He'll add some spices. He's gonna make like a nice tasty stew out of this guy.
You are making stew out of a human.
Yeah.
A captain,
I feel
no
like
less.
everyone is like very, very shocked as like Ferris progresses, and I don't think he sees the difference as a person between like eating gnolls and eating humans and eating elves. It's all the same.
Totally makes sense for Ferris. I think for
Yeah.
everybody else, this is like a true horror, and most of them
Well,
are
he's often
probably.
right. Like he remembered his conversation with David, where he kind of understood that other people were uncomfortable, but he didn't understand it. But he kind of takes that business out of the fort now, and he goes out of sight. Not
And I
bothered.
think with you doing this out of sight, I think it's the sort of like, he might be eating people, he might not. And I don't want to think about it, so I'm just going to pretend it's not happening, sort of
Totally fine.
thing with most people. Eventually, later, everybody will regroup together. The four of you are all in some room. Probably Captain Hughes is around, as well as Elizabeth, in the captain's quarters. And Captain Hughes
I
takes
think
a look at
Grimes
all
has
of you there.
been drinking rum since the fight ended.
Convenient excuse not to be able to talk.
So, what do we think this is? Says Hughes.
I mean, I say to you, Neal, not to Hughes. Do the Akubans have a history of being mercenaries?
No more than any other group.
They fought too well to be pirates, and
Too well armed, chainmail on the ships. Definitely
Could they
not
be-
pirates.
could they be Akuban mercenaries?
Could be.
Would Mistrea really do that? They surely would have their own mercenaries.
Why would a Kuban? I mean, you saw them. That wall showed up out of nowhere, and they got on their boats and left, and then turned around and came back. Who comes back into certain death?
Soldiers.
She looks at Elizabeth and says, my soldiers are tough and loyal, but it's a hell of a thing to walk into certain death.
Or what are you suggesting, that there's some sort of sorcery involved?
Only on our side.
I snicker.
That's what makes it all the more bewildering. I mean, look at him, and I point. Wait, Ferris isn't here, is he? Or
Ferris is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
is there like blood specked all over your face? Or
No,
do you
I clean up.
nice.
I clean up. Yeah.
If we've been attacked by a Kuba, and this represents a huge betrayal, and
An act of war.
yes, indeed.
It's possible they thought that we, being an isolated expedition out here, wouldn't be able to relate.
Drekis would never find out. They'd think maybe Knowles had stormed the fort and we all died in the chaos.
It's definitely true. I'm not sure what they'd hope to achieve, though, other than maybe cutting off our supply to the mainland.
Maybe whatever treasure we have on hand.
Seems like a...
Perhaps
Right.
they heard tale of our expedition's success, huh?
They thought it a good time to plunder and maybe take over for their own country.
Well, I suppose that's what we're doing in Eridan.
Yarmir, can you scrape his mind? Find out why he was here?
I could try, perhaps.
Could you detect if there was any sort of mental effects on him from magic?
That might be easier, yes. I would need some time to perform my ministrations.
That seems the first step.
Flying a false flag, though, right? That's some.
Dishonorable.
Yes, these aren't Akuban regulars. This isn't some sanctioned mission, is it?
Well, even if they are Akuban soldiers in a sanctioned mission, they'd surely know they'd be shut down before they managed to make harbor. I wouldn't put it past those traitorous bastards to try something like this.
They're only human. Do you think them above lying to disguise their identity?
They're barely human. Traitorous dogs. Spit. Well, we need this one to talk, and we need to inform the mainland as to what's happened. It's perhaps they've got more information. Maybe this is a missing piece of the puzzle, and they'll be able to put it all together.
Hughes looks at Yaramir and says to him, soldiers that run knowingly into certain death and fight to the end are probably not willing to speak. Tell me more about this mind scraping?
Is primitive concept of what magic really is, but potentially let me break it down for novice. You see, everything is connected with magic. You are to me, to the tree, to the fort, to the snow, everything. These symbols that I utilize are like windows or doorways, and I can use them to open up these connections and change them, twist them in different shapes. It may be possible with some experimentation and the right source of items. We could unlock a window into his mind. Take a small peek. Determining whether or not there's some adverse magical link there that is causing him to do something is a little easier. It just takes looking.
Okay. I doubt we'll get much out of this one without that. Unless
Well,
she looks towards Grimes. You know something.
Don't torture
What, do I
the
look
man.
like-
That's barbaric.
There are
Excuse me,
worse
elf?
things than torture. Perhaps you do not need the cunning linguist over there.
I wasn't
Perhaps
speaking
you do-
about torture, but you're
We
one to
won't-
talk, elf.
We won't be
I don't
torturing
torture.
anyone.
You speak his language, Grimes?
Yeah, shall we try again? Earlier, he was mostly just spouting a Cuban
Well,
insults.
how much time have you spent in Akuba?
I had a Cuban girlfriend once.
I see.
Shall we try again? Is he still outside in the snow?
No, he's in another room. You can ask him if you want, but he keeps his mouth shut.
So maybe we do go try again. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
more of
you
the
try
same.
again, but he says nothing at all. So he's super quiet.
Yeah, I'm no interrogator. I don't know. I'm not gonna drive nails under his or knives under his fingernails or whatever it would take.
Yeah.
Does he have hair?
Who is this guy? And does he have
Yes,
hair?
he has hair.
I set about just shaving his hair off so that he's bald. I don't hurt him. I don't do anything nasty to him. I'm just, shaving his head, making
All
sure.
right.
That, I got
Casually
the-
show him some scalps as you're doing it.
Huh?
Casually show him some other scalps as you're doing it.
Oh, I only have 2 or 3 hanging on my belt at this point because you guys,
Yeah.
because I casted them. The other ones I just took would be drying or tanning or something in my room.
Yeah, you probably just have them set aside because you haven't scraped all the hair off them yet, I imagine. So you have a lot of
I just
work.
took them off the body and then maybe I lent my meager strength to help carry some bodies up to the pyre.
It's a shame we've got no way to bring that other ship in. Never mind.
Hopefully Zaz shows up.
Yeah, with information.
Do
Well,
you think
I
Zaz's
guess
ship has been intercepted? They're out there.
I hope not.
Greg, please do that. Please shave off one eyebrow.
If the supply lines to the mainland have been cut off, then we're in more trouble than we realize. How much food do we have?
Some.
Ferris has plenty.
Alas,
won't be it.
meanwhile.
How much is some, Hughes? Enough for months?
We have enough for the time being. We can send hunting parties for more. We should be able to keep ourselves going for a while. I've been stockpiling food for an emergency like this.
Okay, well. I look around, like, Grimes, maybe you could get a view on top of a mountain and see if there's any a naval blockade or anything like that out into the ocean. If the
A
day was
naval
clear enough.
blockade.
Well, you might be able to see ships out in the sea if you got high enough and the day
I
was
know,
clear
but I
enough.
mean, what is
Yeah.
this?
Well, we just need to be sure. I mean, well, but maybe if Saz
Question.
doesn't turn up.
You probably said this, Neal, and I just missed it while I was counting my scalps or something. But the 39 people came in little skiffs, right, from like a main ship. What
Yes.
happened to the main ship?
It
Anchor
left.
pulled up and it started taking off when it was
Yeah.
clear the battle
So
was
I'll
not
go
going
get a
well.
view of the ocean. And
Okay.
I don't know if I can still see that ship or any others.
Yeah, you can still see it on the horizon. It's leaving.
Do we have a
That's the only one.
spyglass at the fort?
Not unless you've requisitioned it. Those things are like 1,000 GP.
I don't remember if I requisitioned one or not.
So is the best view around climbing up onto the watchtower, or are
It's a
there?
pretty good view for the ships down in the bay. Yeah, or down
that-
at
that's-
sea.
That's better than like climbing a hill or a tree somewhere else.
Yeah, because you're already up a bit on a hill, and then you got the watchtower, and maybe a tree would be better, but like you'd have to find the tree that goes above the canopy, and
I probably
it's not
know where
gonna
all the
be-
good trees are around here.
Probably. I
but-
doubt the extra 10 feet is going to give you a significantly greater view.
Okay.
The watchtower is built for this.
So I'll
sort of thing.
report back. I can still see the ship on the horizon, but there's no reinforcements, no
no.
blockade.
Well, that's good.
And the
Right.
you notice the Dracissian flag is down now. No flag has replaced it.
Do we have like a visual description of the ship? Like, did
It is
we
a
catch a view of its name?
two-masted trading ship.
It's not like we can Not like we know the name of the ship or can report.
The name
like
is written on the side, or was written on the side in Drakissian.
So Grimes would not be thinking of this, but is like the captain able to send word back that's like this ship is now wanted for whatever?
Yes, you will be able to. The name of the ship is known and can be reported.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So not that this occurs to Grimes, but I'm sure that Captain Elizabeth will be reporting the ship for piracy.
Yes.
So I think there's not much we can do until Yaramir potentially manages to investigate this guy's thoughts. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
maybe
to
with
rest.
time locked up here, he'll change his tune.
Yeah, I think it's back to business as usual for Ferris. He goes back to setting up his dragon hide for leatherworking.
Yeah, I rest for the night. I'm wounded now, so.
All right.
But there's stuff to do, but it's probably for next time now.
Yeah, I figure should we go and wrap it up here?
Yeah.
'Cause it's late for me.
Yep. Was there anything else that we wanted to do really quickly? Yarmir, do you have any other spells that you wanted to roll for? Because we got a little bit of time that we could just pump out a bunch of spells.
Sure. I have all kinds of things I need to do now. I need to like replace a ton of scrolls, which probably takes a lot of priority because that represents the majority of our offensive power.
Sure.
But yeah, like, how many days have we like passed at this point, right? Do we still have a significant chunk of downtime in front of us?
We started on the 19th. Today is the 21st. Zaz will show up 2 days later on the 23rd. Just to give you a quick spoiler. So if you have 2 days of spell learning, we can do that right now, and then we can do everything else.
Absolutely.
Next week.
I'll start with spell 13, which is the 10-pointed star on the back of the skull.
Okay. Give me D100.
Yeah. That is a successful check.
That is a find. I
Awesome.
said 13, right?
Yeah, spell number 13.
There you go.
Awesome. And then I've actually never heard of that spell. One more, huh? I want the spell number 42, which is the skull that is over my heart.
Right.
Might be the death spell.
That is a pass.
Wonderful. You do not know it.
Okay.
Nice.
It's too high level for you to learn.
Figure of death, maybe. That'd be cool as fuck.
What a great spell name, honestly.
All right, then, guys. Congratulations on surviving today. That battle took longer than I thought, and you had fewer casualties on your side than I thought.
Why do you make like these 40-person battles and expect them to go by quickly?
I just do, man. I just do. Maybe that's bad of me. Maybe I should expect them to be longer, but this is my expectation.
You should get some experience here, Neal.
Yeah.
Just a quick check. Are we on 45,718?
Sure.
Yes. 0.45.
Yes, 0.45. Yes.
Good. Experience generator, 5, 15, 1. Average damage is 4.5. Attacks per run is 1. All these other things are normal. Each of these soldiers the base soldiers were each worth 80 experience, and there were 30 of them. Oops, 80 times 30. And then the NCOs had 9 and 11 HP, 16 AC, plus 1 to hit, plus 2 to hit.
Reddit thread is up while we're doing the calculate.
5 damage. And then that's going to be 210 times 2, 4, 6. And then the other ones had average of 17 HP, 17 AC, plus 3 to hit. Yeah. And damage would be 6.5, 1.5 attacks per round. That's 470 for them. 70 times 3. It's 1410 plus 1260 plus 2400. And then well, we've got some fairly interesting role playing today. Maybe not a lot of it, but I think especially with Yarmir and Ferris's actions after the battle is pretty solid. And then some more from here, and divide it by 4 players. Everyone take home 1,600 experience.
Sorry, can I get a total? I missed last times. So from either Nick or Greg.
So
5,
before
7,
this experience, you should have 45.
What is it?
718. And if you
Why don't
are
you just tell me the total?
Huh?
What, can you just tell me the new total?
Oh yeah, sure. 45, 7, and 1, 8.45. So the new total is 47, 478, and 45. Because you get the 10%.
Yeah.
4, 7,
I think
4,
I'm like
7.
500 from leveling.
Yeah, 47, 478, and 4500s.
Cool.
And then Sean's just in, less good.
Yeah. 43,
Nice.
390.
I think my next level is 48k.
Nice.
Sweet.
All right, guys.
Well,
Good game.
that's it for Frozen Frontier today. I think next week we're going to come back. You guys are going to have a vacation. And then you'll be getting letters and sending letters and all sorts of fun stuff.
Next week is Easter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a thing?
I won't be able to make Easter Sunday.
Okay. Then
But we've got extra days off, so maybe we can do Monday. Monday would be like the Sunday, right?
I don't think there is a Monday holiday.
I don't think so.
There is in England. And Friday.
Yeah. Separation of church and state.
okay.
We work on our religious holidays or something.
So we'll
At
probably
least
have
this
a
one.
flashback next Sunday.
Okay.
We'll have a volunteer for flashback next Sunday, and then we will come back around for the week after that, which will be the 8th of April. So see you guys later. And goodbye.
Bye.
Reddit thread is already up, by the way.
Good.